When you met John Gerard Schaefer, you said you were 16. And how did you meet him?
At a dance, at a high school dance.
Okay.
And apparently he had a date, although I have no memory of his having a date. The way I remember it, I don't remember him being with anyone. And I must have had a date too, but I don't remember having a date either. It was like I saw this tall, handsome, dazzlingly good-looking, tall guy. And I knew I had not seen him before because he didn't go to my school. And I caught his eye, he caught my eye, and kept kind of, looking, across the floor. And then I went to the place where you get the snacks, and I'm there, and he comes up. And he says, oh, haven't we met somewhere before, I'm like, oh, please.
Yeah. How old was he, 18?
Yeah, he was a year older than me, and, and he was so good looking, and he was real smooth. And he picked me up. I think we talked, and we danced. And he found out my name, and he went home, and he called until he found the right one.
And then you started...
I just pretty soon broke up with the other guy.
And describe his courtship of you.
Well, like I say, I guess he was pretty determined that he saw this girl he liked, and he more or less hunted her down, And according to what he's written me during this phase of life, he's said that immediately when he met me, he had this sense that there was a very strong connection with this woman. He said the only other person he felt that with was his ex-wife, Teresa, who betrayed him. But he said he felt the same way when he first saw her.
When he took you out on a date, what would you do? Where would you go?
Oh, God, Schaefer. We would have to do shit like go out in the Everglades, go hunting ducks, stuff that no girl wants to do.
Mm-hmm. That's what he wanted to do.
Yes. Or go out in his boat, his dad's boat, go out on his boat, all these nature boy activities.
Outdoor type activities.
Yes, which I never did again. And he wanted me to learn how to shoot. He taught me how to shoot. I hated it. I've never even touched a gun since then.
What did he teach you how to shoot?
A big gun. What was it?
Shotgun?
One or the other.
Long barrel, though.
Yeah.
Not a handgun.
And it had a recoil.
That's shotgun.
Oh.
Shotgun.
Oh. It's very distasteful.
Can you recall the first time you had sex with him?
Some of it.
Okay.
Not much.
Did he involve himself in foreplay as you would expect?
Oh yeah. He was the most normal. Let's just say this.
Sure.
He was as normal as he could be sexually. As a sex partner, he was a young boy. He certainly wasn't at the level of sophistication that an older sex partner would be. Mm-hmm. But he was not dysfunctional in any way.
Okay.
There was never any dysfunction. Okay. And he was just as normal as he could be. We had a very erotic relationship. We were constantly trying to find a place to fall into each other's arms and make out. We screwed all the time.
How many times a week would you estimate?
Well, I don't know, but any chance we would get. It was a very erotic relationship, very sexy. And there was no lack of normalness to the sex.
Now, you did mention earlier, you said anger was associated with his sexual arousal.
Arousal, yeah.
Now, explain that to us, would you please?
If I was like with him and we wanted to get excited together and make out, wouldn't be any anger. But it would be like a woman who was flaunting herself at him, was provoking him. I mean, I'm no expert, but I'm trying to understand it. And I tie it to the mother.
Okay.
And the feeling that the very first feelings of sexual arousal were conflicted with taboo. And it was certainly, there was an awareness of Catholic guilt deeply ingrained.
So when he would have sex with you, there would be a display of anger or hostility on his part. Mm-hmm. And he had no problems ejaculating?
No.
He had no problem with arousal?
No.
Okay. Did he ever attempt to have anal sex?
No, and that's it. That's so funny. I don't know why. I guess he just didn't get around to it.
Maybe he wasn't at that point in his life.
I guess he hadn't evolved to that point.
Okay.
Well, they say that he was killing in that time. I don't know.
At the time he was dating you?
Yeah, that's what they say.
Did he ever try to get you to engage in bondage?
No.
Did he ever try to get you to engage in being whipped or anything like that?
No.
It's a perfectly normal
Yeah.
relationship. Okay. And but you said it toward the end of your relationship
It wasn't. It was.
No.
We didn't have sex as much because we had to talk about problems.